Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Brazil. It is later than I wanted it to be. I went in and ate a big lunch and then promptly fell asleep. So it is now later than I wanted it to be, but I still think we have plenty of time to do the things we need to do. So the first thing I'm going to do this afternoon, is plant this field in oats. Oh Lord, I didn't notice I only have 43 liters of seeds. Alright, hang on, let's go get some seeds. And I know I have seeds in our farm production silo, but I think I'm going to hang on to those and we're going to use those in the open gardens. For the most part, if I'm down there and I need to fill up a seeder, I'll go ahead and fill it up. But I knew we had some seeds left here from when we filled up the planter. So let's see if we can... Let's see how much that gives us. Not much. So let's buy one more bag. Seems like I am always here buying something. And that should be plenty. That should plant our oat field easily. Alrighty, let's go. You might also notice the additional landscaping that I've done while I'm planting. Seeding. I just did a hard border around these fields. You know, that, like I said before, this whole thing is basically one big plantable field. So it's better if there's a hard border to define our fields, and that way you get it wide enough so when you have a worker, he doesn't back up and plant something into a field that's already been planted. So it's all good. So here's our oats, and let's get it done. Just finishing up in the oat field. We did have to go to the store about halfway through and get more seeds. One of these days I'm going to learn to stop trusting my estimations on these things because I'm almost never right. Well, we got it all planted. And that's it. So my thought is that our mill and our donut shop need to go down here. I'm starting to rethink that a little bit. And the reason I said that is because the road is straight through here. In fact, I'll just drive through here to the road. It's not far at all. And then to sell our donuts, here's the road. To sell our donuts, we just hang a left, and that heads off into the rainforest. So my thought is that at the very least, the donut shop needs to be here near the road so that, you just grab the donuts and go. Everything that goes into the donut shop is going to be distributed. So flour, sugar, and eggs will all be distributed. So we won't ever have to take anything to the donut shop. We'll just need to pick things up. We will need to take things to the mill, and most of our fields are over here. So my thought there is to put the mill in right about here. There's a nice flat spot there. I think if I took out 2, maybe 3 trees there, I could get the mill in there, and then that would be easy to just go from our fields straight into the mill. So we're going to have a lot of oats coming up here real soon. So I think we'll go ahead and put the mill in this afternoon. I think we can probably wait to put in the donut shop until we have some flour and sugar. And we're not going to have any sugar until after the sugar beets are ready. So it's going to be a little while, but we can go ahead and start making flour for sure. And then also down the road, when we have enough ingredients in the donut shop or in the mill, then we can kind of think about maybe converting some of our fields to things like canola or sunflower so that we can make some oil. Because oils are also very lucrative. And I think the balance on oil has been fixed, the mass. Because when the first time I made oil, every time I took a load to sell, I flipped over my tractor. So I think that's been fixed, and oil kind of weighs what it's supposed to weigh. All right, everything is growing now. So I think we have room in the sawmill. So I'm gonna grab the Typhoon and head down there to the site where I want to put in the mill. I'll meet you there. Okay, so I'm looking at this, and we're right here by the cornfield. And remember, this cornfield's going to get bigger. So there's 2 fields down there. There's this field and that field. So this is kind of in the middle. And more importantly, I have more room depth wise. If I go back up there, we are getting dangerously close to the edge of the country. And if we can't go any further that way. So I think these 3 trees right there are going to be what we take out. So let's go to production. And here's our mill. It's $85,000, which we have plenty of money to buy. Isn't that a nice thing? It takes all of these products coming in and it makes all of these products going out. So it takes in just a bunch of different crops. It gives out chaff, flour, sugar, oil, sunflower oil, pig food, which we're not going to need because I'm not going to do pigs, grape juice, olive oil, and canola oil. So this is a really handy thing for 85,000. But I think if I take those trees out right there, then this mill will fit in here nicely. And we need to get to one side of it, so I could inch it over this way. But I think that'll give us room to get around in and out of it. So we can get in that way, and I think we can come around the outside. So yeah, let's take out those 3 trees and see where that leaves us. So here we go. Go ahead and cut these down and make sure that the trunks are facing towards the road. And those are the hardest ones because their trunks are way up there and sometimes I can't reach them. You know, I could have lumberjack modded all these trees away and just said they were too much trouble. I'm really glad I didn't do that. I really feel like we've turned these into something productive instead of just a nuisance. And now, don't get me wrong. These trees are beautiful decoration. And I would love to leave as many of them as possible because they're very nice to look at. They are not nice at all to try and cut up and sell as lumber. So I just wanted to clarify there that I don't have any sort of negative agenda against trees. I love trees. Okay, so I think what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to attach to the center one first and then to these 2 outside ones. And then I'm going to drive forward a little bit and see if I can bring the 3 trees together and then winch them towards the tractor. So that is my plan. Let's see if it works. Okay, center tree. Oh, why didn't my hand turn red? Okay, there's the first one. There's the second one. And see, it came off of that first tree. So hopefully this one will come off of the middle tree as well and not off of the last tree we just did. And it did. Awesome. So this may actually work. All right, I'm going to drive forward. Okay, I guess they came together a little bit. So I'm going to winch them towards the tractor. Oh, I got to turn it on first. Dang it. All right. Now it should be on. And winch it. And that's as close as I'm going to get. So Now, the best way to go. I think the best way to go is going to be down the other side of the field. Um, it's not going to do any harm to the field we just seeded. So, okay, so this is going to take a while. I'll see you when I get there. Well, I ended up making 2 trips. I had all 3 of them on there, and I went just a little ways, and I was about 3 miles an hour. So I decided that that wasn't going to cut it. So I cut these 2 loose, and I bought the other one over here. Wow. Use your words, Dave. All right. So I got both of those in there. Got all 3 of those trees in there. We should be close to full there. Let's see. Yes, we're very close to full. So that's awesome. Just keep that thing chugging away. No reason for it to ever stop. Not with all of the trees we have here. We're not, I mean, we could go 20 years here and not go through all the trees that are here. All right, here we are. Let's go ahead and get that placed. That looks pretty level already. I'm not going to worry about trying to level it more. I'm just going to go ahead and plop our production down, and we'll deal with that when it comes, if it comes. So let's see. Sometimes you think you're leveling something and you're really changing it so much that it's not going to work. So I'm going to go and put the production in first. And there it is. Yeah, it fits in there really nicely. All right, we can get to the input. We can get to the output. So we can make a nice circle there behind it. I'm going to move just a little bit this way. Now, it is a bit troubling that it's charging me over $1,000 to landscape, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. I can take that tree down if I need to. That looks good. It's going there. All right. I'm happy with that. In fact, I'm very happy with that. That looks great. All right, so that's where we'll pick up flour if we need to. It's all going to get distributed. The main thing is this is where we're going to dump our grain. And as long as we can circle back around and get back out to the road easily, oof. That is quite the bump there, isn't it? All right. Well, I don't know that we can smooth that. So we can come around the corner and come through here. I don't think we're ever going to be taking anything out through here. That would be, I'm assuming that would be to get like a trailer full of sugar or a trailer full of flour, or, you know, so you could transport it that way as opposed to having it in pallets. That is just my assumption, or to fill up a tanker, perhaps with oil. So I don't know. This is a new thing we're all going to learn about together. So, but I do want to smooth this out some so that it's fairly easy to get out of there without launching yourself. I like productions that put like a concrete pad down and then the production goes on top of that so that the production's not sitting directly on the ground. And they usually leave enough space to actually smooth things out and not affect whether the building is still touching the ground or not. That makes me crazy when I put something down and I try to smooth out a hump that it's made and the foundation of the building ends up floating in the air. And we got a little bit of that there, didn't we? Well, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'll only see it sporadically. It's hiding back there. It's going to be fine. We're level here to get in. And if I don't want to look at it, I can always circle back around this way to get to the road. So there. All right, so that's done, and I'm pleased with it. So I think the only thing left today, because it's getting late, and it's autumn, and the sun goes down a lot earlier in September. We're going to go back up here, and we're going to grab our trailer, and we're just going to top off the chicken food. Make sure those guys have enough food, and I'm kind of curious as to how many eggs we have at this point. Hopefully it's a lot. Need to either mow that or put something there and get rid of all those bushes. Looks way too overgrown for a farmyard. Alright, let's grab our trailer and get some sorghum for the chickens. To be honest, I don't know how much food they have right now. We'll see. Okay. I think this little bit will top them off. And we have plenty of barley. We have chicken food. We are not running out of chicken food. Ladies, don't panic. We have enough chicken food. And I put in a toolbox over there so we can upgrade and repair when we need to. I needed to do the repairs on this tractor, and I thought it would be better to do that than it would be to try to drive into town every time we needed to do something to one of the vehicles. I need to fix the road there. I need to attach that to this road here. Well, we have a nice road back up to the yard. And the very last thing I want to do today is to go into our finances. And I'm going to repay 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, $30,000. And next to loan, we have $0. It's all ours. We have completely paid the back taxes on our farm. And we managed to get all of this stuff at the same time. very good. Very proud of our accomplishments. We have a real farm. And now we're going to start putting all that money in our bank account. We have $287,000 right now. And when I wake up tomorrow, we're going to have even more. And we're going to start making money on donuts, furniture, planks, milk every month. Biogas, we're selling electricity and methane. And we're stacking up solid fertilizer in there for a rainy day. Not this rainy day, but a rainy day down the road. So that's where we're going to end it today, feeling good about ourselves. If you liked this episode, I sure would appreciate a thumbs up or a subscription. If you didn't like this episode, please post a comment and tell me why. Either way, thanks for being here. I'll see you next time.